Good day, welcome to your fantastic program on TV360 SPORTS. It's another opportunity for you to know what's going on in the world of sport. My name is Mudashir Shutu. I'll be your anchor in the next few minutes to let you know what's happening in the past few weeks. 21st of November in Kaduna, the city witnessed the first marathon ever in that territory, where we had 28-year-old Kenyan who came to win the highest prize in the 21st race. It's more interesting to also know that people from Ethiopia also were there to also try as much as possible to participate in the race. But fortunately, in the first to the second category was won by the Kenyan. And also in the Nigerian category, we had Jos. That's talking about Imagai from Jos, and also Vera won the male and the female category of the first Nigerian to cross the finishing line. Another exciting moment is the very fact that both male and female came out to witness such an entertaining marathon that took place in that city. But before we left the city of Kaduna, we spoke with the brand manager of the organizer, Nilayo Sports Management, and also we spoke with a senior advisor on media to the governor of Kaduna State, talking about El Rufai, and they gave us what the expectations were before and after the marathon. Don't go away, we have another moment to let you know that Kaduna Marathon was full of fun and excitement.
Many people turned up for the main 21-kilometer race. Many more others turned up for the 10-kilometer race, and still more others turned up for the 5-kilometer race. But apart from those who were running, Kaduna women came out to walk as part of their contribution to supporting several good causes, the fight against cancer and other things. So I am overwhelmed, I'm impressed by the turnout, and I am impressed that yes, lots of our Nigerian youths, male and female, have performed creditably in the marathon. Of course, the top prizes were won by the elite athletes from Ethiopia, Kenya, and Uganda. But it's just the beginning. Maybe in a few years, Kaduna Marathon will be the platform from which somebody will be going to the other countries as an elite athlete from Nigeria. We're working hard on improving the experience for people who turn up for this race. Like the participants, when they have run each segment of their own race, what do they do while waiting for the conclusion of the other races? So we need to put in more screens, more speakers, maybe get expanded rest areas for people. We are delighted about what has happened, but we know that we can only get better.
It's amazing that people came out this way, because it shows that the people of Kaduna are fitness conscious and there's a healthy living culture here. It's very encouraging, especially for us at Nilayo Sports Management Limited. We are known for all our road races, and this is a privilege for us to be consulting on this race. And we are very happy to be here. We are excited. The maiden edition was amazing. We are sure that more subsequent editions will also be very amazing.
Yeah, welcome back. And if you're just joining us, you could be part of the program on all our social media platforms. Yes, on this segment of the program, we have Mr. Olorunsola Tiamiyu Eti. He's the Vice President of Singing Birds Lovers Association of Nigeria. I would be privileged to let him tell us what Singing Bird it's all about as a sport. A lot of Nigerians don't know, and that's why you need to always keep in touch with us, that there are sports that are not prominent. One of them is the Singing Birds as a sport. So, Mr. Olushola, it's good to have you in the program today.
Yeah, thank you, Mudashir.
Yes, from a layman point of view, tell us what Singing Birds it's all about.
Yeah, Singing Bird is all about the African yellow canaries. They are the singing bird, what we call the singing bird, African yellow canary. They are more in the northern part of Nigeria. We bring them to the south and train them here. You can also find them around some part of the southwest. They call it Ibaka in Yoruba. Ibaka is a sport in Lagos. It has been in Lagos, let me say, since I think it was brought in by the Europeans. Then Europeans, they come to Nigeria, they saw it, and they were keeping it, training it. As a child, I've been saying it far back, early 70s. When I was born, 70s on the Lagos Island. It's a sport that is prominent in Lagos Island. You see people bringing their canaries together. They'll put two together. They'll be singing. There are some chaps in their voice. Chaps. They challenge with some sounds. They call it ehon in Yoruba. It's common in Lagos. Anybody who is a Lagosian that lives in the heart of Lagos Island, must have seen a canary or the other before. Seen people using canary to challenge. So it's all about the yellow canary. So they bring two together, and they put them together. There will be people who understand that draws. They count it. Like you witness on Sunday, you see them counting. So, but it started in Ido, the organized one. They started organizing it in Ido, Kappa, at this Ido market where they sell food stuff in Ido market. That's where they started it. The organized one, they've been challenging since in the 70s. Since I've been born, I've been seeing people using canary to compete. But the organized one started around the 90s in Ido, Kappa, in Kappa, Ido. So later, I think around 2009, the association was registered. That's the Singing Bird Association of Nigeria. Singing Bird Lovers Association of Nigeria, called it SIBLAN. We are registered under Lagos State Traditional Sports. Yes, registered under state, and we are also registered with Yaba local government. We are processing our CAC register with the CAC. So in 2009, that was when we registered. So in the 90s, when we started this organized competition in Ido, Kappa, before we moved to Row Park, where we're having it now. So we have two competitions in a year. That's the basic one. But sometimes in a year, we have people who will just come and say, okay, I'm donating 500,000, buy gifts, and bring the best 8 canaries to challenge. So we pick champion from the national competition, from the mid-year competition. So we compete. The one we witnessed, this last one we did was, we target a Koakete Cup, which we organized at Row Park on the 22nd of November. And someone won. That's Mr. Bashir. The canaries have their names like that. I don't know if you still have some of the clips. So that's how it is. It's all about the yellow canary.
Yeah, thank you very much. How do you then convince people that it's a sport? Because a lot of people still don't understand the mechanism you use to differentiate the singing of the birds. Because I was there on Sunday and I realized that apart from the moderators and the officials that were counting 1 and 2, how do you differentiate the singing bird of the opponent and the other contender?
That is something you need to have the long time experience. The trainers, I understand it perfectly. The referees, they understand it perfectly. The draws, we call it that. Some draws we call their chow, some as zing. So there's a particular crack in those bird voice. It might be singing, but there are particular cracks. They can do it individually. Some will do it in multiple, combine it. There are different types, some are zing, grow, chow, ve, like that. So we do it zing, zing, zing. So we do zing, ve, chow, like that, a combination. You need to be with this bird, study it, learn it, listen, let people who know it tell you these are the draws, these are not the draws. It's a bit complex when you look at it if you don't know anything about it. And one good thing is there are some weevil birds that are not yellow canaries that have those cracks more. They are weaver birds. You see weaver birds, those ones you see around on palm trees, building their house there, those ones are weevil birds. They have the cracks. So sometimes we bring them to the house, bring these yellow canaries, then put them together when they are still very young, just to eliminate their bush cries, their mother tongue, their bush cry. So we bring those birds that have those cracks, especially the weevil birds. And we have white canaries too. So we use white canary to train them. It's so exciting and interesting. And also we use recorded voice of a very good canary. We put them in MP3 players. Then we play these things for this canary. We put them in a room and play that sound for them over a period of like 6 months. It takes like a year or two for a canary to be mature. So most of the voice you hear, those ones we use in challenging, is not their natural voice in the bush. It's rare to get directly from the bush to get one that will do those cracks. So we need to eliminate and guide them so that they have the type of voice we want them to produce.
Yeah, thank you very much. Talking to the Vice President, Singing Birds Lovers Association of Nigeria, that's Mr. Olushola. We'll go on this quick break, Mr. Shola, and when we come back, we'll be asking more questions as relating to making sure that singing birds become a prominent sport in the country. Yes, yeah, welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is 360 Sport. On the program, we had so much to talk about the Kaduna Marathon that took place on the 21st of November. Yes, still on with us is our guest, the Vice President of Singing Birds Association of Nigeria. Sir, how do you tend to make this sport prominent in the country? What effort has been the association doing to ensure that it doesn't look strange to a lot of Nigerians?
Yeah, we are on social media. We are on Facebook. We have our group on WhatsApp, and we post some of our videos too on YouTube. We post our video on YouTube. We've registered this association with the traditional sports in Nigeria. We pay our annual dues, and we've been approaching. There was a time we approached MTN. You know, the canaries are yellow and MTN is yellow. We approached them, but there are some modalities, you know, the complexity. We couldn't meet up with some of these things, and which we are putting. Among those things are the CAC registration. The CAC registration, we are only registered with Yaba local government. That is where our secretariat is at Scroll Park. And also, we have a bank account. We have met the DG of sports. We invite them. Even yesterday, I was with the DG, Mr. Gafar Polowoton. Yeah, I met him. So they've given up a space at Roe Park where we can have like a temporary building and put our this thing there so that anybody can know that this place belongs to the singing bird. Just like we have the tennis court, you have the sports center, you have the cycling where they use. We want to have a site there too. So Those are some of the things we've been doing.
Thank you very much. Beyond the documentations and corporate activities, I still want to emphasize my question. The layman on the street, the man that doesn't know about it, how your activities, I mean, do people get to know about, how do people get to know there's an event going on? And even within the sporting sector, a lot of people still don't know that singing bird is a sport. So what activities do you do to ensure that if I want to belong, I also want to have a bird, someone wants to also participate as a stakeholder, how do you encourage such a person?
Like what we did in the last this thing, at least the DG of sports, we presented a cage to him, and we have also yesterday too we gave him a good canary to start with. We gave him a day. There's somebody there too that saw it. We took our canary along. He saw it. Said, I like this thing. I want to. And sometimes too during our competition, people come. You know, the road park is an open place. People doing other sports. I think we've been drawing a lot of people into the sport for now. But you know, we need finance, and this country, you need a lot of this, that, you know, to get to this place, to get to that place. But I believe, unlike the early days, the awareness about it is getting wider. I think we were on one of these radio stations in Agege. I've forgotten the name of the radio station. We had a program there for like 30 minutes, live program. People were phoning in. Some people were even saying that what is a bird? That If it's a woman that brings a bed into the house, we say in Yoruba land, they say maybe she's a witch or something like that. We say no, it's not has nothing to do with witch. It's nothing to do with courts. People associate it with this Aye association. We say no, it's different. It's just like keeping pets, and we do competition with it. So I think with this, with time, we'll continue to do that awareness on radio, on TV. It has been aired before. This man, director of sports, what's his name then? Has retired from NTA. We had it on Newsline. I think it was in 2015. It was on Newsline. If we can get that clip, so I still have it. It was on Newsline. They brought it. Even people who saw me from my place of work, like, what is that? What's this? I started explaining. So we continue with that. And maybe with help from state government, Lagos state government, I think we can, we can't do it on our own. If they can help. The DJ was even saying that it's going to tell the governor that there's a particular traditional sport that they want to project. So just like this ram fight, I think that is even more popular than the bed. So these are some of the things we are doing.
Fantastic. Well said. What do you have in place? Activities is in place because we know the Equakete Cup that took place on Sunday. What do you active? Who are your catchment? Do you think of telling the youth about this or the adults? So what activities do you have laid down for the awareness?
Thinking of this 2020, a lot of things we intend doing in 2020. Even this Equakete, we have to force it to come to place. It has been on since around May, and the COVID lockdown and everything. We're just pushing it forward. Even there was a time the road park was not open. We have to move to Teslim, Balogun Stadium, to run the first preliminary stages before the knockout stage. It was when they opened the road park, we have to move back. So we hope that 2021 will be better. If 2021 is better, we don't have the kind of experience we have in 2020. There are a lot of things marked out for that year. I think we intend having our national competition because we didn't do it in 2020. Between March and April 2021, we want to have it. So we've started now. We have a group. And we have WhatsApp group. We have Facebook too. Maybe we still need to go to some other social media like Instagram and some others too. Where the youth are. So we'll be posting our activity and encouraging people and even assisting sometimes to give people young canaries because these things are quite expensive to an extent, relatively. If you have a very good trained canary, they're expensive because you can use it to train others too. So maybe we start giving them younger canary and so that maybe free of charge. We give them free of charge, give them small cages. So like that, those are the things we intend doing.
Is that the most expensive so far since the competition has been going on?
Yes, that I know. Sometimes some people, because of the desperation, they need a particular canary desperately. The demand sometimes determines the cost. And the owner says, I don't want to leave. They say, I'm ready to give you whatever. I've known somebody who gave someone a Toyota Camry to get a canary. It's just the love. Just like how much they sell these horses for golf. Even some of these dogs. So when you are desperate, demand and the supply.
Okay, we have a message from one of our callers, Moji. She said, where do we get the costs? Where do we get this canary from your association? Or where's the nearest place we can get that?
Some of us, we have some at home. We have them at home. There are some you want to dispose and maybe just give out. When you train every year, this is their season. They breed between that August, November, December. That's when they breed. That's their big breeding season. So it's better you get the young ones and train them. It's like getting even the dog puppy. We train them. So after we finish training, sometimes you train like 4 or 5. You might want to, let me keep one and sell the rest. But if you still want to get a canary outside the association, you can go to Ido, the food market, where they sell the beans, rice. Some of those ones, even some of our own, we take it there that we don't need for dispose. They want to dispose, we take it there because some people do release them. But when you release them in Lagos here, they're going to die because there is no habitat where they can live around there. They die. Some people catch them and they die. Sometimes the the birds, the hawk, we attack them and kill them. But you can still get at the door. And if you still want to get from the association, you can get our contacts and get from members.
Okay, lastly on the program, tell us where we can find you. Where is your the location, whether social media or your meetings, so that about over 100 million viewers watching us right now can get the associations and the contacts?
The association, you can get us. Our secretariat is at 208 about Macaulay Way, Yaba. That is Mobolaji Junction Park, formerly Roe Park, just opposite former Casino Cinema. We converge there every Sunday. Every Sunday you see us there. And if you want our contacts, you can get our contact on social media. Let me see, on Facebook. If you search Facebook, Sinking Bird Lovers Association of Nigeria on Facebook, you can see us there too.
Yeah, thank you very much for spending your precious time with us today.
Thank you very much.
At same time, we hope to get the best of you. Yet, you're welcome back, and I'm telling you that if it has to do with sport, TV360 SPORTS is where you need to rest your head on all sporting activities across the globe. If you are just joining us, you could get us on all our social media platforms to continue with the discussion. Don't forget that we do this just to let you know what you don't know in the world of sport. My name is Timu Dashirishitu. Same time next week. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.